Navigating bad dating advice: how to protect your love life. When it comes to dating, everyone seems to have advice. Whether it's your best friend, a family member, or social media influencers, opinions on how to navigate relationships are abundant. While some of it can be genuinely insightful, bad dating advice is common and can complicate your love life. Learning how to spot and avoid unhelpful guidance can save you from unnecessary confusion, disappointment, or missed opportunities. Here are practical strategies to deal with bad dating advice without losing your sense of self or ruining potential relationships. 1. Recognize that not all advice is universal. A key issue with dating advice is that it's often based on personal experiences or opinions, which may not apply to everyone. What worked for someone else may not work for you because relationships are deeply personal. People's emotional needs, communication styles, and expectations differ greatly. Advice like play hard to get or wait 3 days before texting back might work for some, but it could backfire in your situation. When faced with advice, evaluate whether it aligns with your personality and relationship goals. There's no one-size-fits-all solution in the dating world. 2. Trust your instincts and values. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by conflicting advice, especially when it comes from trusted people in your life. However, relying on your intuition is essential. You know yourself better than anyone else, so it's important to ask, does this advice align with my values and beliefs? For example, if someone suggests you date casually when you're looking for a serious relationship, it's okay to dismiss their suggestion. Your dating journey is about finding someone who complements your lifestyle and goals, not about conforming to others' opinions. 3. Consider the source of the advice. Not all advice comes from reliable sources. Social media influencers and popular podcasts can often offer advice that's more entertaining than practical. Your friends and family may also project their biases or frustrations into their advice. It's important to consider the motivations or experiences behind someone's guidance. A friend who has been hurt in the past may give overly cautious advice, while someone in a long-term relationship might encourage settling. Be selective about whose advice you take seriously. Look for people who demonstrate healthy relationships or offer balanced, thoughtful perspectives. 4. Learn to identify red flags in advice. Some advice may seem well-meaning but could lead to unhealthy behaviors. For example, advice that promotes manipulation or dishonesty, like playing mind games to spark interest, can harm your relationships. Similarly, advice that encourages you to change your personality to attract someone is a red flag. Your focus should be on authentic connection, not tricks or schemes. If advice makes you feel uncomfortable or encourages actions that go against your principles, it's best to ignore it. 5. Balance openness with discernment. It's okay to seek advice, especially when you're navigating tricky situations. However, you don't need to follow every piece of advice you receive. Balance openness with discernment by listening carefully and considering other perspectives, but only applying what feels right for you. This selective approach ensures that your decisions are guided by wisdom, not pressure or confusion. Take your time to reflect on advice rather than reacting impulsively. 6. Set boundaries when necessary. Sometimes, the people closest to you can be the most persistent with their advice. If their guidance becomes overbearing or unhelpful, it's okay to set boundaries. Politely let them know that while you appreciate their concern, you need space to make your own decisions. A simple, respectful response like, "Thanks for the advice, but I think I'll handle this my way," can go a long way. Healthy boundaries help you maintain control over your dating life and prevent unnecessary stress from conflicting opinions. 7. Remember that mistakes are part of the process. One of the biggest fears in dating is making the wrong decision, which is why people often turn to advice for reassurance. However, no amount of advice can protect you from occasional mistakes or disappointments. Dating is a learning experience, and it's okay to make missteps along the way. Instead of blaming yourself or others for following poor advice, focus on what you can learn from the experience. Sometimes, even bad advice can lead to personal growth by teaching you what doesn't work for you. 8. Seek professional guidance when needed. If you find yourself repeatedly confused or frustrated by dating, seeking professional help from a therapist or relationship coach might be beneficial. They can offer objective insights and tools tailored to your specific situation, which can be far more valuable than generic advice. Unlike friends or social media, professionals are trained to help you build healthy relationship patterns and understand your emotional needs. Conclusion: dealing with bad dating advice requires discernment, self-awareness, and confidence in your personal values. While it's natural to seek guidance in your dating journey, it's equally important to trust yourself and learn from your experiences. Recognize that not all advice is applicable, and prioritize your well-being over pleasing others or following popular trends. By setting boundaries, avoiding manipulative tactics, and being selective about the guidance you follow, you can build healthier and more meaningful relationships.